Hey there guys, and welcome to another Factorio Mod Spotlight. I'm Xterminator, and thank you for joining me. And today we are covering the Infinity Mode mod. This is basically a replacement to Creative Mode. Now, Creative Mode still exists, and it still works. However, it's not really been officially updated. Someone else, I think, besides the original dev had to update it, and it's super performance heavy is one of the main things with Creative Mode. Is it's very, very performance heavy on the game. Once you get a lot of stuff with it. When Zuri and I were doing our workshop series, we noticed that a lot because we were using a ton of the entities. Yeah, and it's kind of, a little clunky. So this is a really, really nice updated replacement by a different person. So you load up the mod, and when you load into the game, it's going to ask you there will be a dialog box that says, enable it with or without cheats. So basically, if you tell it to enable without cheats, you should get these items in this menu, but you're not really going to get access to this stuff up here. If you want all this stuff, then when you load into a game initially, you need to make sure to turn those on. So let's start with this over here. So this is kind of all the type of stuff you can change that aren't like items themselves. So you can do cheat mode, which obviously is the infinite stuff. So if I turn this on and off, you can see, turns that on and off. Keep last item. When hand placing entities, you will not run out of the item. Pretty similar to creative mode. Repair used items, instant requests, instant trash, instant deconstruction, upgrade, blueprint, invincible character. These are really nice, the instant deconstructing stuff. Give yourself God mode, which lets you basically move your camera around freely. Which is a dialog box, super easy. Change your reach distance. It's already set to like max, but you can change it. You can change your running speed, mining speed, craft speed, inventory slot bonus. If we want to say like 50, this will give us quite a bit of inventory. I don't think that actually took inventory slot bonus. There we go. Had to hit enter, so there we go. There's that. That's pretty much everything here. Clear main inventory, so if you're full of junk, you can do that. Forces, so you can set player, enemy, neutral stuff here. Everything, reach distance bonus, which is kind of, this is like a global thing, kind of. This is per force. Instant research, infinity tools recipe, free resource recipes. This model will attempt to auto-generate recipes for every solid resource, including resources added by mods. Miscellaneous vanilla recipes, so all text unlocked, instant research is on and stuff. You can change all that here. Research all technologies, or reset all technologies, basically. Surface cheats, so you can set peaceful mode, don't generate biters, you can clear all pollution, you can freeze time, which is pretty awesome at a certain time of day. You can clear all entities and fill with lab tiles, which I'm pretty sure this may lag out my game. Yeah, so that's what this does. If you want to get rid of all the entities and stuff, I don't think you can undo that. So we're here now. This is more for, like a work surface. And then lastly, game here, you can have pollution on, evolution on, biter expansion, and set the game speed here if you don't want to use a command. So super nice, really, really just smooth, intuitive here. And then lastly, we have this here, which is the infinity tools. It's a much cleaner, organized thing than the creative mode. So we basically have these infinity chests of all different types here. Everything from a normal active provider, passive storage, buffer, requester, and these are super simple. They either create or destroy items using customizable item filters. So you just place one down, set a filter. You can remove unfiltered items. This is just gonna, I'm dumping stuff in here, so it's gonna get rid of it. Or you can just have it generate, and you can set at most, keep this amount, at least this amount, or exactly, and you could set it, to a whole chest or whatever you want with this thing down here. Super easy and intuitive. And then, these work exactly the same. They're just for, logistic stuff. And then over here, we have these Tesseract Chests. And there's a note, it can be performance heavy if abused. So try to use these when possible. It contains every item in the game, cannot be opened by players, but can be interacted with everything else. So this is like You know, like I said, it can't be interacted by me, but you could have inserters take out of this, or you could use the logistic ones and have bots take out of them if you just want them to have access to every item in the game, which is really nice. And then we have infinity loaders, infinity inserters, pipes, pumps, energy-free hyperfast pump, heat pipes. It creates or destroys a configurable amount of heat. So click here, temperature you can set to whatever. And then radars, energy-free radar with a massive reveal area and super fast lab. So just quickly to show you these pipes, you can just set whatever fluid you want here, set the amount, the percent. Again, you have these settings of at least, at most, and exactly. And you can even set the temperature, which is super cool on this if you wanted to. And then with the belt loaders, pretty much same thing. So I have a filter set here. You know, for iron, I can turn it on and off easily. And then this one, it's a little tricky to like, I think maybe I'm just being kind of dumb, but it's tricky to like get set up. Like I tried just placing it at the end of the belt and it wouldn't really work. But there we go. It seems to work better that way. So I think maybe your best bet would actually to be have a belt going past where you would want this and then stick it on. I had issues putting it like just on the end. But there you go. So this one without filters, it'll just consume all the items infinitely, or, you know, filters generates the items. Same with the pipes, obviously. So if we have one here and then do a normal pipe, you can see it's just infinitely sucking it up, which is pretty awesome. So there's that. These are, you know, all this is super self-explanatory. The infinity accumulator, one other thing I wanted to show you. You can set the mode to output, so it outputs infinite energy all the way up to a gigawatt, or actually 999 gigawatts, more than you would ever need. You can do a buffer as well, or you can do an input, so it's going to suck a ton of power. And then priority, primary, secondary, tertiary, bunch of super strong modules, super dirty module, increases pollution if you want that, inefficiency module if you want to increase energy consumption, fusion reactors, personal roboports, beacons, and it includes, you can actually put productivity on these. They have tons of module slots, massive coverage area, you know, trains. So this thing is basically exactly like an infinity chest, but a wagon. And this is exactly like the infinity pipe, but just a fluid wagon. And then the locomotive, insanely fast locomotive, does not require fuel, which is super nice. And then the huge power poles. And that's it, guys. So, and the roboports, of course, and robots, with instant charging and very large coverage area. So there it is. A little bit lengthy, but I wanted to show you everything here. You know, very, like I said, very self-explanatory, very clean looking, very nice, well organized. I'm going to be switching over to this, I believe, from this point on to do my spotlights, just because it's more updated and I think just a lot easier to use. So if you're looking for that to test things with, or you just want to build a whole base using this or whatever, definitely check it out. Link below in the description as always. To the mod and mod portal where you can find it with a little more information, and I believe that's going to do it. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. If you have questions or thoughts, leave them below and I will do my best to answer. But until next time, I look forward to seeing you all, and do take care.